back with AEHL Rinkside for the 2022-2023 season. Troy Gillard with you. Very pleased to be joined by AEHL Vice-Chair Aaron Rawlake. Aaron, how's it going today?
Great, Troy. Yeah, great to see you again. Great to be back in the rinks and excited for 22-23.
Everybody's excited to be back in the rinks and obviously very excited to be back under normal circumstances, as for the first time in really almost 3 full years there, and everyone's able to plan around a quote unquote normal start to the hockey season.
Yeah, that's been the excitement around the places I've been and the guys we've been talking to. They're just happy to get going. The excitement on all the players' faces. I mean, throughout the entirety of Hockey Alberta, not just the AEHL. It's an exciting time. It always is here in the fall. So again, we're just looking forward to dropping the puck.
And you're in charge of all the operations with the AEHL, and it'll have a slightly different look in a couple of ways. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, Aaron, was some changes when it comes to officiating and how that's going to be handled at the various age groups this season. How's that going to look?
We've been working a lot with the Hockey Alberta Officials Committee, really working on pushing their development and in collaboration with us. And one of the things we looked at was moving to the 4-man model, specifically at 18U, and then eventually working it through our division. So 18U will be full 4-man this year. And manpower wise, maybe we don't get every game, but we're shooting for that, 60-75% of our regular season games. And then all of our playoff games will be 4-man system, including our showcase will be as well. And then at 15U and 17U, they'll continue with the 3-man system through the year and see the 4-man system at their showcases. And as well as they progress deeper into their playoffs, we're working with the officials committee to make sure that's a 4-man system there to expose the players and the officials or younger officials to that format.
And obviously, as the game itself continues to evolve with coaching continuing to advance and players always getting bigger, stronger, faster, just having that extra set of eyes on the ice as much as you can is going to be a big help for everyone this year.
Yeah, it's, we know we're a fast game. It can be hard to keep up. We don't expect our officials to be the fastest or the Olympic skater on the ice. It's a tough game to see with the speed of the players and the skill that they have. So having that extra set of eyes has made a big difference. They see it, parents, fans see it, players see it, and it's just the progression of the game. And I think it's great. It gives a young official, especially, an opportunity to work with a more experienced one at the younger levels and learn the ropes and have that person to lean on, not be on an island, so to speak. So we're excited where this could go for the entirety of Hockey Alberta.
Outside of that, with the officiating, Aaron, I know a new look when it comes to some of the teams in the divisions and some exciting new partnerships you guys have on board for this new season.
Well, and a huge credit to Hockey Edmonton, and speaking specific to 18U, the change of Hockey Edmonton to go to 2 teams at the 18U level. We had been in discussions with the people at Hockey Edmonton for a couple of years about where they were at with the 18U program, and we really felt strongly that 2 teams was the way to go in the Hockey Edmonton draw zone, and they saw it that way as well and made the decision to go there. And then somewhat surprised us. They'd been working in the background with a partnership with the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation to support that program. So now you'll see the Junior Oilers Blue and the Junior Oilers Orange at the 18U male level, and then recently announced the Junior Oilers White at the female 18U level. So fabulous for those kids that are part of that program, those athletes, everybody involved. They've really done a good job of putting the program together, how they're going to run it. And as the AHL, we're proud that member really stepped up to make things better for the player, which is ultimately why we're here. One of the things we talk about is, the values and behaviors of Hockey Alberta, with the biggest one for us being passion, and the line that goes with it is fuels our why and drives our what. But it ultimately comes back to the player. And that's exactly what Hockey Edmonton did. So we're excited to see where that takes things, both on the male and the female side.
That is very exciting. And obviously, anytime you can get the NHL clubs involved with their respective community foundations in helping Hockey Alberta and you guys at the elite level, that's obviously a great thing for everyone involved. Aaron, as you guys work your way through the new season here in 2022, 2023, what are going to be some of the other, sort of areas of focus that you guys will be working on throughout the season?
Well, our committee, which consists of guys, members from across the province, we kind of challenge ourselves, and we dig into and listen to our members mostly in terms of what their priorities are. And then, of course, we kind of drill them down into what we want to look at. So there's been a lot of conversation about boundaries. Do the boundaries we have for players currently fit? Are they needed? Are they effective? So that's one of the big priorities our committee will have. And that has an effect on the entire program in Alberta, right from AAA as we work down to AA and then into tiered hockey. So we have to be always cognizant of our effect being so-called at the top of the pyramid, the effect that it's going to have. So we'll have those discussions. And as always, one of our biggest priorities is the communication piece. It is always being in contact with our host communities, with our members, right down through the players and coaches, and getting feedback, good or bad, to make the player experience better. I mean, that's the ultimate goal in it, is give our Hockey Alberta players the best experience we can give them. So that's a huge part. And then, in the background, we'll continue to try and grow the league in terms of marketing and promotion, and working with the office in Red Deer to develop some provincial partnerships now that we're kind of established. It was on the back burner, but of course, with everything went on with the pandemic, that had to be shelved. But now as we get back to what we'll call normal hockey seasons, reaching out and looking for partnerships to help support the league. And then ultimately that'll be directly influenced in the player experience.
Aaron, obviously a big emphasis right across the hockey world right now on tackling the serious issues of harassment and bullying. What can you say about the work that Hockey Alberta and the AEHL specifically are doing to address those serious issues?
Well, and that comes down to an education and communication piece as well, is staying on top of teams, constantly reminding them, what, these things, they're not acceptable. You don't want to get to the point of disciplining all the time, but that piece is there, and that piece is severe. There's really there's not going to be any, I'll say it, there's not going to be any mercy for it. The line has been drawn, so to speak, and it's on us to educate the players and raise good athletes and good humans, and have them part of the game, and make them realize that kind of behavior is not going to be tolerated, whether it's the maltreatment, the bullying, those types of things need to be out of our game. And as the AEHL, like I said, we're elite hockey in the province. We have to be leaders in that model. And we've made a conscious decision to be leaders in that, to help get it out of the game and just make our game, better, make it inclusive, and keep it where it should be at top of mind as a great experience for all of our athletes that participate.
And finally, Aaron, just as we start to wrap up here, obviously with the return to play, also with the league play and whatnot, it was recently announced that a number of showcase events are making their return for the 2022-23 campaign.
Yeah, our showcases last season were an enormous success. We last year had the 18 and 16U combined, and of course this year we've separated them. We combined them last year because of the WHL hosting a draft in December and then again in the spring. So separating them this year, we felt was a good fit. So at 18U, they're going to be back at the Terwilliger arenas in Edmonton. It's just going to be a 2-game showcase for 18U, and that's going to happen here the Thanksgiving weekend, Saturday, Sunday. We'll go into 17U the first weekend in December down in Cochrane, and then 15U will be the same time, first weekend in February. Again, a wonderful host stepped up again in Leduc, so we're really excited about those 3 events going through the season.
Definitely excited for those events, and excited for all the league play, and excited to see how things go across the Alberta Elite Hockey League this season. Aaron, hey, thanks very much for taking the time, and all the best to you and everyone at the AEHL for this coming year.
Yeah, same to you, Troy. Enjoy the hockey season. Always get a kick out of tuning in to hear the voice of the Rebels. That's awesome. And again, good luck with the season. And we are excited to get going, and wish all the athletes and coaches out there the best of luck through the year.